Bloody hell. How's that for a friendly? It didn't feel like one, did it? Anything but a friendly. International, not a friendly. Algeria 1, Tunisia 1. It's finished in this game as the two sides get prepared for AFCON 2023. Two sides that have already qualified for the competition. It was feisty. You wouldn't expect anything less in a North African derby, a rivalry. It was spicy. That's why I called it the Harissa derby. You just knew it was going to be very spicy. 1-1 on the night. Algeria dominated the possession, dominated the ball, just didn't really do much with it, which kind of strengthens the notion that we need a number 9. We need a centre forward whose name isn't Islam Slimani. And or Gouiri would be so good in this team. The amount of chances Gouiri would get Fox in the box. But anyway, starting 11, we went a lot stronger than last time. Zugba was in goal. I wasn't happy with him. I really thought this guy's going to be calm, cool, collected. He's going to show why he is the number 1 without a doubt. All he did was gave me some doubt, planted the seed of doubt in my head. I mean, what was he doing? There was a corner just before the goal from Taubi when he didn't come off his line at all. And then the goal, the corner that comes in, I'm thinking, what are you doing? You are the only guy in that box, Zugba, that can use your hands. Why are you not coming to try and A, punch it, or B, clear it? You just stood there. The ball ended up going over him, and Zerouki was actually in the best goalkeeping position. The positioning was woeful. Tuba, who started as a left-back, we've come to know him now as a centre-back. He plays the majority of his football as a centre-back. Obviously, with the whole situation with Ait-Nouri being injured and Larouci being God knows where, and Hadjem playing the last game, he wanted to try out Tuba as a left back, maybe even just to give him a bit of game time. Didn't really go as well as I'd hoped. I mean, going forward, he's very, very good. Just defensively questionable, which you saw on the goal. I mean, what was he doing? This one of the worst pieces of man-to-man marking you're ever going to see. It's like a headless chicken, just running around in circles, making me dizzy watching it. And he got nowhere near the header, bullet header. Maybe Zugba was expecting Tuba to clear it, and also Tuba struggled defensively to actually clear the ball that led to the corner in the first place. So it's a shame. I think I'd like to see him maybe more as a central defender. But you saw in the second half, when one of these bursting runs, he turned into the Muslim Roberto Carlos for about 10 seconds. I don't know how he did it. You could see he wanted to get forward. He wanted license to get forward. But it's not really his job in the team to do that, if we're being honest. So Tuba at left back, I feel, is not really going to work too well. Maybe if you need to for 10-15 minutes if in-game changes happen, but not from the beginning. I thought Tugai and Mandy did okay. Mandy probably had the most touches out of any Algeria player in the game. He was popping it around, getting it back, giving it to Zugba, getting it back, sideways, back and forth. He had a lot of touches of the ball. Tugai's a strong physical one in there. When Mandy had Ben Lamry alongside him, that's the role Tugai was doing. And obviously in the right back position we had Gitoun play, who I do like very much as a right back option. I think he's good, I think he's talented, and I think he's only going to get better. I'd like to see him leave Bastia, with respect to Bastia, and join a club in Ligue 1 in the summer, the likes of Lens. I think he's better than Mehdi Lloris. I think I prefer Gitoun to Lloris in that right back area. One of those isn't going to go to the AFCON, assuming Yusuf Atal is fit when the tournament comes around. I think he will go for Gitoun over Lloris in that sense, but we'll see what summer move Lloris has, because of course Sampdoria did get relegated from Serie A. Midfield, Bentaleb and Shaibi we knew would play. I've said for many times I think Bentaleb, Benassa and Awar will be the 3 that start. I don't think Shaibi and Awar, if you play them together, that's a very attacking midfield. Can you expect Bentaleb to do all that defensive work on his own? You expect Benassa to be in there as well. Benassa, Awar, Shaibi is obviously what people want to see in terms of exciting football. Zerouki, I'm sorry, I've lost patience. I just don't think he's cut out. It's all well and good playing well against Djibouti and Niger. When it comes to the top dollar games, the Tunisias, the big play of the games, the Cameroons of this world, he don't perform. I mean, what a fine old thinking. Good luck with that in the Champions League. That'll be an interesting test. I'm sorry. Yes, I don't mind having Rami Zerouki in and around that squad. I don't think he's good enough to start. He's played 20, 30 games now. What's he done? We've gone out in the group stage of AFCON with him and not qualified for the World Cup. I'm sorry. When the likes of Adli, Benassa come back in, it's very hard to argue for Zerouki to start. I wasn't impressed. I was very impressed, controversially, you might think. I thought Bentaleb, particularly in his second half, was very good. I think Bentaleb played a lot better when Awar was in there and when Zerouki wasn't in there. I think Ben Taleb had a bit of a poor first half because of Zerouki there. Ben Taleb was like, okay, Zerouki, you go and win the ball back, but you're not winning it back. So the likes of Ait-Nouri alongside Hannibal, who I have to say, Hannibal, he's got such long hair. Why did none of our players pull it? He fouled our players. Every time Mahrez or Touba or whoever bypassed him, he just thought, oh, I'll just pull him back. What an idiot. What an idiot. He's got the haircut of a clown, plays like a clown, pulling people down like a clown. How did he not get a yellow card that whole game? Honestly, Hannibal and Ait-Nouri were getting away with a lot of dark cards. Actually, the whole Tunisian team were getting away with a lot of bloody dark cards. As soon as they went 1-0 up, and I do rate the keeper, Dahman, he made some good saves and made a great save from Shaibi in the second half. He was time wasting after 25 minutes. 25 flipping minutes, Dahman is expecting Slimani to press him and pick the ball up. You little prick, what are you doing? What are you doing? I've never seen someone time waste. Are you that desperate to not lose against us 4 times in a row? Come on, Dahman, you're a good keeper, you're better than that. I know you just lost to Equatorial Guinea. None of that, please. And you saw the time wasting, and then it all kicks off. Abdi against Belmadi. Have you ever seen it? I'm thinking, do you remember there was a game in the Premier League when Arsenal were 2-0 up against Liverpool, and then Xhaka and Trent had a bit of an altercation, and it riled everyone up? It's the same thing. I think Belmadi tried a little bit of a bit of the dark arts himself. He tried to make a situation that would get his players motivated, that extra 5-10%, get the blood boiling, and it kind of worked because we scored just before half time. I think he tried to use that because he was showing more passion in that incident with Abdi than some of the players were at that time. That really got the fans going. It got the players roaring. It made us fight harder for every tackle, for every second ball. So I kind of see what he did here. That Abdi's an idiot. Belmadi went to get the ball to give it to him, and then he's gone to push him out of the way. What are you doing? I mean, well done for Belmadi for standing your ground. He cares about a team. He never sat down the whole game, jumping up and down. That Abdi, he then comes on the telly, tries to slate Belmadi. What an absolute twat, honestly. No. It's the same with the Arab Cup final. There's a lot of argy-bargy. It's a friendly, mate. What are you going to do if that's an AFCON game, Abdi? And both got booked. Belmadi actually got booked for any of our players, which shows a lot about the fight. But Zerouki shouldn't have started. Awar should have started. Osimhen didn't start both games because he wasn't fit. He had not had much game time with Leon at all. Now he's going to get to work with Belmadi and Mourinho, so he's in for a real shock in terms of the managerial nous he's going to get off of them. But going forward, he will start. That's 2 caps for him now. That's a positive from the international break. And then you've got the Mahrez pen. Slimani doesn't touch the ball all game, and then he gets a pen somehow from Rian Valery, of all people. Handball, it is a pen. Mahrez puts it in, cracking pen, he slipped. Tunisian players surrounding the ref, all 11 of them, saying it should be a bloody retake. Why? They said it was the two, if you saw the 2 fingers they were holding, it's because they're saying 2 touches. They think it hit, Mahrez took it with his left foot, and they thought it hit his right leg and then went in. It clearly didn't. The replays were fine. They're asking for VAR. There's no VAR, mate. We don't have VAR in World Cup qualifiers. You think we're going to have it in Annaba? We've barely got Wi-Fi, okay? They're screaming for a pen, refusing to come out and play kick-off. Mate, it's a clear pen. We've banged it in. What are you chatting about? Honestly, some of the dirty tactics, but as soon as we went 1-1, they stopped being like that because they weren't winning anymore. Funny that. Why we played Slimani for 58 minutes, I don't know. He should have come off 58 minutes ago. Should never have started. I know it was his birthday, 35. There was a bit of a cake thing before the game. Why? What was the benefit of playing Slimani in that game? I know ironically he won the pen, but what was the benefit? What's he going to do? I love him. All-time top scorer. Thanks for the memories, but it's time to say goodbye. Do you know what I mean? What did he offer than playing Amora up there and Benrahma on the left, or playing Bouna Jah from the beginning, who didn't start either game? I don't get the point. Him and Zerouki were shocking. That's why they got hauled off after 58 minutes. See, when Bouna Jah and Awar came on, we really started to play football, and I felt a bit sorry for Said Benrahma when he came off, because those were the 10-15 minutes where he really got to get on the ball more touches. He dribbled. There was one incident where he dribbled past 2 Tunisian players with 1 touch. He was fantastic. Probably not the best time from Belmadi to take him off. I would have put Amora on and left side on there. But overall 1-1. We finished the game very well. There's a lot of build-up, just no real shooting. The sub to put Abdelli over Boitnani, I think, sort of showed that Belmadi was more than happy with the 1-1. Shaibi, bless him, he went close. He played his heart out. He could barely run after that. So the players will be proud of what they've put in, but they need to be on it from the start. We can't be just turning it on when we're 1 down or when we're chasing games. We dominated the ball. We just need to be doing more with it. Great pen from Mahrez, 1-1. Still lots of talking points. We're learning more about the players every game, but slowly but surely we're moulding this squad for the Africa Cup of Nations. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Algeria won, Tunisia won. Of course, that doesn't harm the FIFA ranking because we didn't lose going into that World Cup qualifying draw, which we'll be covering here in a few weeks' time, inshallah. So let me know as ever. Get your comments in down below. Thanks for watching. Drop a like. I'll see you next time. Oh, and also that pitch invader at the end. What an idiot. We're on the attack. I'm thinking, yes, all guns blazing. One more attack. Let's go for it. Muppet runs on the pitch. I'll see you next time.